You are out there, you would love to earn yourself an extra income. You've been looking all over the place on areas where you can disseminate either your services or skills or both of them. But you haven't been successful until you bumped on this video. Guess what? The problem is solved. On this video, I'm going to share with you some of the best ways on how you can be able to earn yourself an extra income. I'm going to share with you exactly all the information that is needed for you to get started. The only ticket that you need or only qualification that you need is to watch this video to the end so that you extra understand all the bits in this specific video. And the good news is not only that. Guess what? I usually post a video each and every day. So if you would like not to miss any piece of my good videos, take 1 second, doesn't cost you anything. Just down below there on your left, there is a button written subscribe, and there is a like button. Hit those two magical buttons, and guess what happens? Whenever I upload a new good video, you'll forever be notified by the YouTube. Alright, so take a chair and take a popcorn. Let's get started. Alright, so now what are these areas whereby you can be able to earn yourself an extra income? Number one is something that is called online tutoring. Let's say from the ages and ages, let's say you are a teacher, you are a surveyor, you are a lawyer, you are somebody who understands the skills about the selling land, buying land, you are a doctor, you are whoever you are out there, you are an agrovet, you are a clinician, you are a beautician, you are whatever, you just have something. For God's sake, you must have something that you're doing out there in your life. You are a masonry, you are a painter, you see, you are an interior designer, we have millions and millions of things that you people are doing out there, and you have that thing that actually feeds you each and every day. Guess what? This is how you do it, and this is how you get yourself to the next level. Do not ignore the power of online. Do not ignore the power of technology where we are heading out. And if you get left behind, then I'm telling you, for you to catch up, it will take you a century or forever you'll never do so. This is how I want you to do it. For example, let's take an example of a teacher. Let's say you teach maybe chemistry or whatever the thing that you teach out there. And then maybe when the schools are closed, you think of getting yourself several kids from the areas or where you come from, and then you congregate them together and then you teach them, maybe 10 or 20 of them. The question is this: have you ever asked yourself, why should you confine yourself with only the locality that you come from? And we know one thing, that the one skill about the business for you to get more cash and get more credit out of the business is the scalability. What is to scale? If you confine yourself to that locality, you can only get like 20, 30 or 40 kids from that area, all right? Because you cannot be able to offer those services from far-flung kids. Now, how exactly or what exactly do you do so that at least you can earn yourself an extra income? And I want you to approach my message in a very broad perspective mind, and I want you to be at least a thinker. This is how you do it. The era that you're living in is whereby you find like you can sort of have yourself a virtual class. Nowadays, where we are in this era, almost in most of the houses nowadays, they have internet, or if they do not have an installed one, they can always access one because smartphones are on our hands. So how exactly do you do that? What you do is that you get yourself a platform whereby you talk to parents, tell them who you are. I'm Flani Flani, I offer these services, I am a teacher, I teach biology, I teach mathematics, I teach chemistry, I teach whatever the thing that you guys teach out there. Tell them, talk to them, tell them, hey, how long have you been in the business? How long have you been teaching? What are the skills that you have? And guess what? You don't have to send your kids all over the places that you do not even know. Guess what? We can always be meeting here on this platform. We share the ideas. I coach your kids either on a one-on-one basis, or we can convert them in a single class, and then we can learn together and proceed to the next level. Guess what you're doing? You have diversified yourself, and you're actually able to access even the kids that are far-flung. Some of them are outside the country. That is exactly how you do it. Because of course we know very well, as a teacher, you know very well that we got students who are out there that are not good at particular things. Then you can be able to offer those services. At all the occasions, remember this point that I always share, that money is always a reward given for solving someone's problem. By the way, this message is not confined only for teachers. Let's say you are a lawyer. You understand some skills. People don't even understand their rights. People don't even know or understand exactly, if I get arrested, what am I supposed to do? How about you come here on the internet, share with us? Let's say you're a banker. People don't know some of the secrets in a bank. You can tell them, hey, you know what, guys, I would suggest you invest on this area. I suggest you do this. This is what we do. This is what you can do. This is how you can earn. You are out there. Maybe let's say you understand some of the things like, you understand things about the selling land. Of course, you've been hearing the news, people are being conned when they're buying lands and what have you. You have the skills. You know how the nitty-gritties to go all the entire process of buying legit way of buying a land. How about you share all those ideas? And of course, don't share everything. You know what happens? Let me tell you one thing. This is how you monetize your skills. Once you share the valuables to people, of course, you attach a certain value with you, and then from there people can approach you and ask you, hey, I would love to have a personal consultation with you as far as the buying land and this or the other. Then at that particular point, of course, you can charge them a token, and then from there life goes on and you get something in this life. Let me tell you one secret: money is always a reward given after solving someone's problem. And that is not only the case. Let's say you are a pharmacist, you are whatever. You can talk to people. This is how not to misuse drug. This is not how to misuse whatever. You can talk about a lot of things, depends on the area that you come from. You are a farmer. You can talk to people. Hey, this is how you grow cabbages. This is how much it costs you to plant an acre of land. This is what it takes for you to have a daily cows. This is what it takes to have poultry. This is what I am telling you, you must have something, and I know you do have something that you can put it across on the media and you can earn something out of it. Don't confine yourself with only a village of maybe 10 or 15 people, whereas you can be able to access millions of other people who are deciding to become farmers, if that's the case, and you move to the next level. All right, so let's get to the next point. All right, they kind of intertwine with each other, but now this one is about the online coaching. All right, let's say you're out there, God has gifted you with a gift, and I believe everyone has the gift. For God's sake, there is something that you can be able to do in this life. You can run. You know what you are martial art. You can teach people something. You know how to do with hygiene. You know how things to do with health living, health benefits. You are good at encouraging people. You are a good inspirator. You are a person who can talk about psychology. You can talk to teenagers. You can talk to people who are in marriages, who are facing crisis. You can talk about finance. You can talk about consultation. You can talk about investment. There is something, for God's sake, that you are good at. Let's say you have a very good voice and you can be able to conversate with people and talk to them and tell them something, and you can inspire them using your great voice or something of sort. Nowadays, let me tell you one thing. Whenever you see there is a crisis going on somewhere, then of course you can be able to make money out of it. For example, let's take case of Kenya right now. And by the way, this is not a confined case of Kenya only. It's a global issue. We are facing recession. A lot of people are actually getting fired. Others are not yet fired, but whatever they are getting is not quite enough. Right now, as we speak, the price of sugar has skyrocketed. We are anticipating other products might face the same route. So the question is this: of course, that accompanies things to do with the depression, that accompanies things to do with the stresses, that things accompanies with the social disruptions like breakage and marriages and divorces and what have you. How about you take a niche, or rather, how about you take that advantage? And when I say advantage, I mean on a positive trajectory. And then you offer the skills on how you can coach people. Hey, you know what, guys? At this particular point, when you realize your partner does this or does the other, I suggest you do this or do the other. This is what you're supposed to do. Hey, you're out there, you're looking for a partner, you would love to marry. I believe that's an amazing thing. This is what you can be able to do. You can advise people on all those areas. And by the way, when I say you can advise them, you don't have to use like English. Just use your local language. I'm pretty sure you have a substantive amount of followers who will consume your media. And you do not have to be like a well-educated individual with degrees, masters, and what have you. Just take it the way you are. Let's say you are a stay-at-home mom. You understand things to do with kids. You know how to bring up kids. You are a wonderful wife. You have all the mothering abilities. How about you share that to your fellow mothers? Tell them, hey, you know what, guys? If you are out there, your kid shows these signs, I suggest maybe the kid has a fever, or maybe you're out there, maybe the kid behaves like this, I suggest maybe you talk to them. If you have a teenager out there and you realize they are starting dating, they have the boyfriends and girlfriends, I suggest you do this. You are out there, hey, I believe, you know what, let's say you're even good at cooking. You tell them, hey, you know what, guys, today I'm gonna show you exactly how you cook pilau. This is how you do this. Let me tell you one thing. The list is an ending. There is something that you can be able to share with the people here on the media. And this is what I want you to do. Once you're starting up, don't think about money. Honestly speaking, don't think about money at first. Of course, that is the far end idea, that you're starting all these things, but don't have the money attached with you at that particular point. You know why? Because you get discouraged. The very first thing that you do is to build that platform, is to attach value on top of you. Whenever you are walking, whenever you open your mouth, people always see a value in you. They see something that you can tell them. And let me tell you one secret: do not chase money or do not chase success. Just work on yourself, increase the value, and then at that particular point, success will be chasing you. And it simply means, I say, that money will just be thrown at you. You'll be just receiving calls and people saying, hey, you know what, I love what you do, I would like you to take me through. I have a teenager like two of them. I'm feeling like I can explode on my head. I do not know even what I should do. By the way, what am I supposed to do on this? You talk to them and tell them, hey, I understand exactly what you're going through. I've ever experienced that experience. But now, hey, guess what? I'm for only 500 or 2,000 or whatever the amount of money you're going to charge them. Tell them, we can take you through and you can give me a call. just take yourself some times and then we can have a conversation and we can help each other. For God's sake, that is exactly what you do for you to earn money and you proceed to the next level. But now this issue of you confining yourself to own cocoon and maybe defining the life based on what you're seeing in a 5 square miles. Honestly speaking, that is not how the world functions, right? So you have to get yourself out there, make yourself a global candidate, and of course, tap all those areas that you can be able to earn something and proceed to the next level. That is the only way how you grow yourself and get something out of it. And I say in everything that you do, make sure that you monetize your services. When I say monetize your services, I mean like you can have a way of how you're offering quality services. That's the point. Quality services, then attach value onto them. Then from there, that is the only way you get yourself some cash. All right. So anyway, the last one but not the least, of course, this is an issue of, let's say you're a stay-at-home mom, you got no job, and there you are. You got a good heart, you got good skills and abilities and what have you. How about you confine other kids from your neighborhood, other guys who are working out and they are busy and what have you. Like, for example, let me give you a very simple example. You find like a certain mom, they join hands with several other mamas, then they go to do vibaruas and what have you. And then you realize that all of them are leaving their kids to one place. So every kid is 150 and there are 5 of them, that is 750, and these mamas are going for kibarua or 500. Then you ask yourself, how about you see a business within amongst yourself? And that is exactly how you do it. That's how you make a business out of it, right? Some people just get all over the place and go to look for money, then they forget that they are leaving money just behind. So making money is quite simple, and you have to be smart out there and make something at the end of the day. All right. So and then you realize what you've been seeing as if it's a joke, that's exactly where you can be able to make money. And by the way, there is another new idea I was thinking about. How about you guys use that what we call the old people or senior citizens care? All right, that is not even there in our country. How about you start about that business? It's quite a good and lucrative business, I bet so. It's an untapped industry. You can tap onto it and then you get something at the end of the day. All right, so if by the way you've managed to watch this video up to this particular end, guess what I'm having deep inside of my heart? It's a great gratitude. What I can say is that thank you for watching this video to this particular point. If this is a cup of your coffee, then consider this place a home by subscribing, hit that like button, as well as commenting down below, because I'm a believer, just like an iron sharpens another iron, so do we learn from each other. So for now, I'm about to say goodbye, but there's something good I want to remind you. I got some booklets about investments, about business ideas, business plans, about treasury bills, treasury bonds, money market fund, about circles, about a lot of many of them, right? So I'm gonna leave my number on the description of this specific video. Give me a call. Let's do business, and from there we get started. So for now, it's a goodbye. See you in the next one. See ya.